Dota Regions Grand Finals here on twitch.tv/Dota Regions. High Ground TV bringing you the Grand Finals. WhatIsHip, and with me today is Maut, and Phage is going to be hopefully supplying us with some wonderful numbers to supplement everything with. So, Maut, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. Just got up here and looking forward to some exciting Dota action. I actually am excited to see, not only this best of three, but they'll be playing a best of three later on down the line between now the US, I believe. So a lot of Dota for them today. I haven't really seen Extreme XPC. I'll wait to see how their draft goes, and hopefully they can maybe make this series interesting, as they are, I believe, the European champions for the Dota Regions tournament. So.
Yeah, and, well, they're going to be banning out the Razor in the first round. Death, Prophet, and Viper going to be the choice for Not Today. And, well, Not Today have picked Viper, Lycan, and Razor quite a bit in their most recent games. So expect them to pick that up if Extreme do not give Lycan the boot now. And what do you think about Lycan, Mont? We've had some discussions about this. Where do you stand on this guy?
I think the hero's good. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to deal with.
I don't think he needs, like, I don't know. I'm not sure.
He doesn't need a huge nerf, but he doesn't need a huge nerf, but it's very difficult to play against, I think, because his ultimate just allows him to escape any situation. You have to kind of plan for that situation where he's going to be pushing you down mid, and your team's going to be fighting top, and he'll ultimate, and then he'll run away while your team's still fighting, and you know, it's really difficult to lock him down, especially if he's got a BKB. It becomes almost impossible at that point. So it comes down to what can you do to stop him from just split pushing and ratting. And this is something that XPC are going to do. That they're saying, listen, we don't care about your Lycan and your pushing your rat. We're going to do our own pushing. We have a Jakiro and we have an H Prophet joining our team as well. So
yeah, and Jakiro is sort of one of the latecomers to this patch. You know, it's been stale for quite a while since the International, and we did see a little bit of Jakiro here and there then. But recently, this core Jakiro, maxing out the Liquid Fire, pushing down towers very, very early, has become extremely popular. And I mean, Liquid Fire is just so good.
it is. It is quite good. The problem with that is just getting the levels to get there and using him effectively. And on top of that, he has a pretty good skill set even without Liquid Fire. I mean, like a lot of people obviously talk about that ability alone, but you got Macropyre, Ice Path, and Dual Breath. It's a lot of nuke damage to deal with if you get caught out of position or in a team fight. So on top of that, you have a Furion who can just get involved early, and I think that's really important, especially for whoever they're going up against mid. But for not today, they picked the Lycan. They ban out Razor, or excuse me, they ban out the Death Prophet. Razor's ban out on the other side, which they don't like playing against, which is no surprise. And they picked the Centaur as well. This will probably be Mihawk's hero, maybe in the offlane. We'll see.
Yeah, Mihawk, the resident offlaner for not today, has been certainly playing that quite a bit, and the games that we've seen recently. But again, guys, this is the Dota Regions Grand Finals. There is also an item giveaway going on. You can like Dota Regions Facebook, tweet at them, and just hang around in the chat and watch this game. And there will be a couple items given away. There's a link that will be accompanied by that. You can check that out. But looking forward to this series quite a bit. Like you said, haven't seen XPC.int too much myself, but we are quite well versed in Not Today and Freddy Smash. And I don't think it can be overstated how big of an impact that Smash seems to have on every single game that he plays.
I mean, he's just actually so fucking good at this game. Like, he's actually amazing.
It's ridiculous.
Like, that's the only way I can really put it. It's just people, even in the North American scene, respect him. I've talked with a couple of players about Smash before. They're like, yeah, that team's not that great with the exception of Smash. Now, I don't necessarily believe that, but I think that if you're getting respect from people like Arteezy, then you've done something right. And we'll see how things go. Here for Smash and what hero they grab for him. They flit a lot of Brewmaster. Obviously, that's not available. It gets banned out. We've seen like Slark, just a lot of early game like aggressive heroes.
Any heroes that can make a big impact on that game as soon as possible and really let Smash play extremely aggressively are sort of been his MO. And well, these teams met very recently, just yesterday for Dota Regions. Not Today took that game in 32 minutes, and XPC.int did battle their way back through the lower bracket, and they meet again here in the grand finals. So moving forward here, the Tidehunter is going to be banned out by Not Today, and they're also going to be giving the Faceless Void ban and Shadow Shaman on the other side for XPC.int. Tidehunter, a common second phase ban for Not Today. And I mean, when you have a hero like Lycan, if you can forego the BKB for a little bit longer because there's no Tidehunter on the other team, it lets you perhaps rush the Necrobook or rush the item you get after Necrobook without having to stop for that BKB. So definitely going to be nice. And Ice Path is pretty easy for Lycan to deal with. Good luck hitting a Lycan who's true formed with an Ice Path unless you have duels.
It's just, you got to be on point. You got to be a sharpshooter.
Yeah, that seems pretty impossible, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's not easy to lock down a Lycan without, some of these heroes. You take a Rost out and you're just like, well, so much for that. I mean, I think a Skywrath Mage ban would be good as well because the Ancient Seal before you could get your ultimate off is kind of a big deal. But they go for the Shadow Demon, so that's okay. But a Demonic Purge doesn't really slow you down through BKB, I believe, or does it? I'm not sure. I can't remember. But not that it matters because you're true form anyway. Nothing slows you down. So, yeah. I mean, in this case, this pick is like, you're just kind of using it to use the Disruption, Soul Catcher, maybe even into an arrow combo. We'll see if they pick up Miranda here. That's the most common thing, I think. We'll see.
It's also pretty good with the Jakiro. Ice Path is quite lethargic. I don't really know what else to call it, and Disruption is a good way to set that up. So maybe that's one way they can try to lock down the Lycan. And
yeah, but if you're doing Disruption into an Ice Path, I think you're going for the wrong combo in that situation. I don't know if that's the best idea.
Yeah, but Lycan here most likely for IWO, and is he the one that went no Wolves Desolator?
Yes. All right, it worked out.
Yeah, I mean it definitely worked out. I mean, there's obviously pros and cons. He did not go Necrobook. He did not go Wolves. He didn't get Wolves till level 22 or whatever, 21, and well, it worked out for them. So the good news about that build, a lot more physical damage to burst down support Shakiro, and Shadow Demon or even a core Shakiro usually doesn't have that much HP. And well, unless you buy items like Desolator, and that's a really good way to kill buildings if you don't want to use creeps. So we'll see if that sort of build comes out again for IWO. And
that's just like I'm gonna man up on you, and there's nothing you can do
like,
about it.
I am going to sit here and click on you until you are dead.
Yeah, and it actually is fantastic to watch because people just die quickly, and I think I don't know. We'll see. They can go for multiple builds here. I'd imagine that they probably go for the Lycan Wolves this time around, but they picked not today a Murata here, which is not surprising because XPC were like, oh, we hope we get Murata with the Shadow Demon so we can get an arrow combo going. They kind of made it pretty obvious for their draft, but not today. Just picked it up like we'll run it. It's fine. We don't really.
Yeah, you don't need that hero. I mean, we have the Centaur. We'd really rather not get Disruption arrowed. So I think it makes a lot of sense there picking that up. And there also obviously is an in-game ticket available for this. bit.ly/Dota Regions will bring you right to that page if you do not want to watch our camera and you still want to listen to our wonderful voices. Well, you can pick up that ticket. Do that there. Very cheap. I believe it is $149 or so. So good value.
Check it out. And you always have the option of turning our voices off, just in case you hear a little too much.
And we go full Gurg.
And Maut. They pick up the Dazzle coming out, so instead they go for a different combo, one that's not as popular now, which is the Disruption into Shadow Wave, which gives you some decent damage. It also gives you a lot of survivability here. Grave can keep you alive against Lycan's tear tactics for the most part. Shadow Wave can have your team fight going well, and Weave is always just nice to have, so we'll see how things go here.
Yeah, and we're getting some extra information here. Not today. Tends to pick Invoker quite a bit when they have the Mirana. Of course, they also have the Centaur as well, so that could definitely be a very viable pick for them in this mid lane. Centaur's Stomp, even by itself, is often a good enough setup for a very good Sunstrike. But Mirana as well gives them some options.
Oh boy! God, where is he? Where's Dakota when you need him? That's unbelievable. Why do we get this game? Why do we get this game and this guy shows up?
I don't know, man. I have to send him a little tweet right now, letting him know.
All right, list of things that I was not expecting in any tournament for the next couple of weeks. In the past couple of weeks was this hero. Like, if any of you were like, yeah, they're just gonna pick a coddle, like, I would have said you're absolutely crazy. That's not gonna happen. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're gonna have this coddle, and I mean, I have to assume that this is just a normal old support coddle. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's like something like a mid coddle. Doesn't seem great.
I doubt that.
The only time I saw that happen, he died like 5 times in 5 minutes, and the game was over very quickly after that. It was some Chinese team.
You're gonna get Furion TP'd on and disrupted and Shadow Weaved or whatever. You're just gonna die. It's just not gonna be good. And the real problem here is like, okay, well, you have Rana to Keeper of the Light. Those aren't like the two most synergistic heroes together, actually. So,
yeah, those. I mean, we'll find out. I mean, Keeper of the Light does sort of enable this Ultra Rat, and Axe is the last pick here, where XPC.int looks like this is going to be an aggressive tri-lane. Axe, Shadow Demon, Dazzle. Definitely. Well, we've seen this before, and it can be quite brutal.
I feel like if Smash knows how to play Tinker, that's a better Tinker situation than his Keep of the Light situation. If you really want to be able to push back creep waves and just be around the map and being effective in fighting. And then you could like in safe lane, center off lane Mirana, and then something else. But
10 seconds.
I think this Keep of the Light has to go support now. It's gotta be.
So. I don't know if Core Coddle is ever really good, but if there's anyone that can make it happen, I would believe, and it's not today.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
maybe.
Which actually, so maybe this is a core shaker, and then you have the problem with this is that as a core shaker, you want to be involved in the ganks early on here with this Mirana, but the Mirana should be roaming around alone, and the other shaker should just be getting farm in the mid lane. I mean, or whatever lane he's in, which I have to imagine is the mid lane. And then you have an off lane Centaur and a safe lane Lycan, and it is going to be a support coddle. Not that that's shocking or anything, but when we have to like state that. Making sure everyone is.
I mean, when you see a coddle picked after this long, it's who knows where it's gonna be. So, I still have hope that it will be crazy. Maybe we'll swap.
But it's been so good though. I mean, yeah, they could swap theoretically.
Believe. Well, we're waiting for a couple players here from Not Today to pick up their heroes and be interested to see where Smash does land, it looks like maybe it's going to be in Mirana.
Yeah,
I would have expected him to play the Earthshaker.
Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe they play the mid Mirana here for Smash, which is something we don't see too often. And they're still deciding their lineup. They can't figure it out, which, you know, I don't blame them at all.
Oh, Smash DC'd. All right, well, there he goes. He'll be coming back soon, but looking forward to this game. We have some very different lineups than what we have been seeing recently. There is no Void in this game. There's no Skywrath Mage.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And, well, we're going to have a nice aggressive tri-lane here from XPC. And I guess maybe, is this going to be another mid lane Nature's Prophet? Is this a new thing? Have I missed the boat?
I hope it's not, because it doesn't work that well. I mean, it's okay. I understand what you're trying to do, but if you're not getting early levels in teleport, I just don't think that it's useful, because you're not getting around the map, you're not ganking, you're not. I mean, like, they'll try to farm up, like, maybe a couple of talismans and a blade meal, but that's not a good. It's not really worth it to do that, I think, in that situation. You just send him into the offlane instead and just get him experience and hopefully towards the Midas or something, but. I mean, it's possible. We could also see like a mid lane axe or something, which I'm totally down for. But
I would be okay with that.
It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough against a Mirana, I think. But
well, I mean, the good news is that Mirana doesn't really have any damage. Like Mirana, when she right clicks you for like the first 20 minutes of the game, it's like a gentle poke in the stomach.
It's like getting shot by a Nerf gun or something.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So axe maybe can handle that, but still waiting for Smash to come back in here. And getting some extra information again from Phage.
Nice.
Phage, a member of High Ground TV, also leading Standard Deviants, the stat group, for all your statting needs. I don't know if that's their slogan, but I made it their slogan.
You made it. Good. Well played. Nicely done. You can follow them at Saint Dev Stats, I believe, is the ST Dev Stats on Twitter. I believe is the stat group's Twitter. Yep, there you go. Boom, got it. Easy.
And he's also, I also have to give him some props, as his wrists are relatively shredded. So he does a lot of this through voice recognition on Windows. So I know that he has a lot more patience than myself.
That's actually impressive.
I would go completely insane.
Yeah, I don't know what I would be able to do without typing. I just.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, not today. Right now, they have a roster where. It's actually going to be Mihawk on the Mirana currently, which means I maybe you send the Lycan mid, but I don't think that's the case. What else do they have here? They have the Mirana, they have the Keep It Light, they have the Earthshaker, they have the Lycan, and they have Centaur. That's right. Mm-hmm. You can do Centaur safe lane, but I feel like this is going to be a Lycan mid now then, and then I don't know. Why is Mihawk playing the Mirana? That's the real question. Smash is reconnected. Who knows what's going to happen here? We're going to get the game underway. Game number 1 here for the Dota Regions Finals, so.
Yeah, and, well, it is going to be Smash on the Lycan, and IWO is going to be on the Centaur. Normally they're carry player, and, well, we'll see what happens here. Is this going to be an aggressive tri-lane with a Coddle? Oh, my God, dude. I'm getting hot and bothered right here, but.
I don't know how this is going to go exactly. This is going to either go extraordinarily well and surprise a lot of people, or it's just going to, they're going to miss their first Illuminate and they're going to be like, well, I guess we're done here.
Yeah,
so
we lost, boys. But XPC and brief introductions. Water on the Axe, Madura on the Nature's Prophet, Relax, Real Axe, I don't know, one of those on the Jakiro, and Skanks224 on the Dazzle. And this is a 5-man smoke. They're looking for blood right now.
I think they really just want to get control of the enemy jungle. They do have a couple of wards here, but they don't really need to ward the jungle. It is a solo safe lane hero, so. And actually, I don't know where Ewo is going right now, but he is going a long way. And had they gone a bit further, they would have gotten the kill there. Masoka throws up in his overward so that he'll see them roam through the jungle here smartly, and they'll back off. So for not today, your proving squad, we've got Misko. He's down in the bottom lane on the Earthshaker. Heading towards mid, it's Misoku on the Keep of the Light. In the mid lane, it is Smash on the Lycan. Going back down bottom all around the world, it is Mihawk on the Mirana. And to round it all out, it's Ewo or IWO on your Centaur War winner. So
many hands make light work.
Lots of crazy roaming here going on, and looks like they've finally settled into lanes. And as expected, this is going to be an extremely aggressive tri-lane. they're going to be looking to chop creeps, and oh, they're going to go for the first blood as well. They've caught him with the creeps as well. There's the Shadow Wave, and not quite dead.
I mean, they have no lockdown other than
yeah, they need level 2.
Disruption.
They need level 2 call. Yeah.
Yeah, they really do. Otherwise, he was just going to sit back. They're going to creep cut, though, which means that they're going to try to pressure this tower. And now, one thing you can do is just kind of set Evo back and have him not get any farm, but that's not what you should be doing in this situation. I think if you rotate some heroes top, maybe you get a couple of kills, because again, you have one of the best heroes against pushing, which is a Keeper of the Light, assuming he doesn't get caught out of position. So there's always that chance. Now they have to get pressure on this bottom lane, which is a solo safe lane Nature's Prophet. Otherwise, this isn't going to work well. They really shouldn't just give up this tower for nothing. And Water gets a lot of these last hits just through counter helix too. So
yep, pretty easy for him, and he's going to get level 2 here sooner rather than later, and that's going to give him the Berserker's Call, which is possibly going to be enough to kill Ewo. He does have a lot of regen and a pretty beefy HP pool, so it's possible if they catch him like in a creep wave and they get a lot of counter helix procs, he goes down, but it is going to be pretty hard here for a little bit. They need some XP, but it is a mid lane Jakiro, so the core Jakiro going up against Smash, and that does not seem like the easiest matchup. Liquid Fire seems like it will be very annoying in that.
yeah, it'll be annoying, but until it levels up a bit more, Smash can just, you know, eat some tangos and even harass with his wolves in a couple of levels, and he should be alright for the most part. So for Smash, we'll have to see how this does play out. He will take one more Liquid Fire hit, and you can see he's losing some health, but if he gets a bottle also, that it's definitely not as big of an issue. He really just wants levels, and then they can start pressuring towers. Yeah, you're going to lose your tier 1 top pretty much right now, but what else do you lose after that? I mean, because Ewo can just sit back at his tier 2 if it gets pushed in, and he'll get some farm, hopefully, and some experience, because right now he's not getting anything, and there's still 21 last hits already for the sack. Some of that is jungle creeps, but a lot of it were creep waves that were just eaten up by Water here in this top lane, and the tower's going to go to... Actually, it's going to go to the Shadow Demon, so...
Yep. And, well, there's that first tower that we've come to expect, and, geez, Smash is getting bullied in this mid lane. Actually, 2 levels in Dual Breath. Maybe a little bit unusual. Normally... Well, not normally, but a lot of the times we see just a value point in Dual Breath, but that is more on the support Jakiro side, so he's going to get some levels in it, get some levels in the Liquid Fire. He knows that Ice Path in a solo lane is not that great. Look at the damage on Smash.
Ooh, he might die.
Wow.
Yeah,
alright, Liquid Fire is a good ability.
well, that was just kind of him being out of position. He knew that if he took one more hit, he was probably dead, but... he kind of stepped there anyways. Meanwhile, Madara getting caught out bottom. Fisher block going through the right click. He will fall. So they don't get first blood, but they're putting aggression on this bottom lane at least.
Yeah, Smash did buy the bottle right before he died, so unfortunately that did not make it out to him, so he does go down to that Liquid Fire. And top lane, pressure continuing, pressure on the bottom lane as well. Not today, going to look to grab a tower of their own. IWO is in a rock and a hard place though right now. He's getting chased down. In comes the Nature's Prophet as well. I don't think he's going to make it out of this one. Yes,
he bought boots.
He's out of luck here, I think.
Yeah, he's dead. That's just a nice TP from Madara. So they're putting a lot of aggression on to Not Today here. The thing is, Not Today have played against this kind of style before, where you're grouping up as 3 or 4, you're getting towers early on. The question is, what can they do to counteract this? And it really has to be Smash getting farm. Unfortunately, he died, so that kind of puts him back a bit. Rather than getting an early Necro Book or getting involved, maybe Treads or something, or maybe getting 6. He goes down, and Relax is now got level 3 Liquid Fire, level 2 Dual Breath, and he'll have Macro Fire in a moment here, so...
Yeah, top lane, though, there is a disruption. They're going to try to kill IWO again with the Nature's Prophet here. Maybe they have enough damage. The call does not get off, though, but there's the Sprout. He eats his way through that one, and Masuku has come up to the top lane and throw out those Illuminates, but the tower going down here. We've got a very bizarre game on our hands. We'll see if Not Today can salvage this one. We've certainly seen them come back from worse just a couple weeks, or I think a week and a half ago or so. They came back after a 10k gold disadvantage at 10 minutes, so if that's possible, anything is possible.
Yeah, they're going to lose this tower, but there's not much you can do here. Masoku is only at level 1 Illuminate, so... Arrow just missed a Madara, actually. And yeah, I guess, I mean, this is his standby hero, is the Nature's Prophet. We'll have to see how things do continue here for Not Today. Again, they need to get some more room. They got to get levels. They got to get a Blink Dagger up on Centaur, and he's going to get up to his Tranquils here, so he's not too far off. But they've lived with Misco alone down in the bottom lane, but Madara's going to come back in, and this isn't going to really do anything. He's just going to TP out. This is a smart TP coming up from Misco, so...
Pretty low risk for him. Almost level 6 now for Smash. Looks like he is going to be going for the standard Vlads first with that Ring of Basilius, and nothing too unexpected here. Standard build from him is going to be maxing out the Wolves. No shenanigans like from IWO. And, well, Masuku has had to sort of camp now in this mid lane. There is pressure coming in, and now they're going to move forward. But there's a Dazzle here. He is not going to get this kill. There's the Shallow Grave, and now Smash going to have to run away. But he's going to chase the Wolves down. Maybe he'll get it now. He does. And now, oh, Water has come in, though, and Lycan, he is most likely going to go down here as well. So they trade kills in the mid lane. Well, at least the gold gets split.
I think they could have had the Wolves kill him, and it wouldn't have gotten Berserker's called, but that gives them more money to the Axe, who is probably going for a Blink Dagger at this point. In fact, he is 150 gold away from his Blink, so Water is having a fantastic game. A lot of that comes from the Tier 1 and the Tier 2 tower in the top lane, so Not Today are pretty much disastrously behind at this point. They really have to get some items going for their squad, otherwise they're just going to get jumped on, they're going to blink, they're going to get Berserkers called, and that's the good thing about an Axe, is that he could just start snowballing this game out of control. He's tanky enough, with the Blink Dagger, he's got the great initiation, and they're going to try to find Mihawk and Misko in this bottom lane again.
And Masuku almost just took a lot of damage there in mid lane, and this, wow, this Shakiro has actually gone for a very tanky build. Ogre Club already, Treads as well, so ignore what I said about not having that much HP. He has almost 1,300 already. Yeah,
he's not dying unless he's going to get ulted on by Lycan, and even a couple more spells going his way. I think he should be okay.
Yeah, well,
kill his Sentry and Observer Ward, nicely done. So they get some vision here, and I think they might have seen the Observer Ward coming out from the Radiant or Dire team, but now when Water is down bottom, he's going to try, and well, there's a Fisher coming through. Arrow is going to just miss. Great disruption. Nicely timed. TP in from Madara. They'll throw out the Treants, and now, again, the tower's going to be assaulted. So
this is a Blink Dagger for Water. 46 last hits at 7 minutes. 2 towers down. Easily gets that one really early. Tranquil Boots healing him up at this point, and this is going to give him a really nice little head start here. Is going to eat and illuminate. There's a leap forward. There's the Fisher. They do have the arrow, but it's off the mark. Does not catch him. Grave comes through. They were going to save him anyway, and now they're going to blink forward. Down goes Mihawk, chopped by Water.
Big blade in, so goes down. Yeah, I mean, that was just really great play. They don't hit the arrow, you have to back off there, and unfortunately, they don't get anything out of it for Not Today. But for XPC, they're getting this tower, but there's TP coming in. Smash is invis as well. They're looking to fight. Now Stampede's going to fly as well. They're looking for Sparta. He's going to ultimate up. Now Disruption going in. Skank's very low. He'll fall. Now the Sprout coming in. Great Quelling Blade from the Lycan just to get this kill on Sparta. He'll try to TP out. Might make it. One more arrow just to secure the kill. Wow, that's some damage right there.
Yeah, that is some serious damage, and well, the Centaur has picked up a Blink Dagger of his own during this entire skirmish, so that early death not hurting him too much. Masuku very low. He's taken some serious harass from the Shakiro, who now with the maxed out Liquid Fire should take this tower fairly easily. We'll see if there's a snipe deny.
Oh,
all right.
That's a 60 base damage Keeper of the Light at level 5 denying you.
And yes, now Reels is going to get run down a little bit here. Ice Path is going to come down. TP coming in. There is no ulti available, though, for Smash. Only the haste rune. So looks like he's going to be just fine.
At the same time, XPC, they wanted to put a lot of pressure on early and try to get out to this huge lead, but that lead is not as big as maybe they wanted. Again, yeah. Smash isn't really near his... Well, he's got Vlad's coming out, but that's it. They do have the Blink Dagger now coming on Centaur. For Misko, he has his Arcanes, so he is not going to go for an early Blink. Instead, he'll just get the Arcanes, which is fine.
Oh, they go after Mihawk. Are they actually going to be able to get this kill? There's the Shadow Wave. In comes IWO, and whoa, 86 HP. They drop down the Sentry. Poison as well, but that is not going to be quite enough.
Well, Mihawk surviving Ewo rather, just getting out of harm's way. They're going to try to take top tower, and this is where Smash is going to start getting involved. It's just, you howl up, you take a tower, you trade a tier 1, and you get something out of nothing here. I mean, they can't really defend bottom, not with the heroes they have, not yet anyway, not with how low they are, so...
Yeah, I think this is the key, you know, when you're all, they go down on EWO, though, he is going to just be able to get out of here, most likely. There's a disruption, going to keep him in place for the moment. No, he's sprouted through Shadow Wave, and the disruption illusions are going to bring him down, so... Good play, though. I mean, they need to get these trades happening for Not Today. There's a lot of TPs coming in, though. He does have True Form, so he should be just fine, and he is actually just going to TP on out of there.
Bottom lane, they're chasing after Water here, as well as Relax, who's going to try to Ice Path, but he decides against it. So, Nature's Prophet does go down, actually. I'm not sure where that was. Looks like it
top tower.
Yeah, he must have just gotten fissured that and just died. So it's been unfortunate, but not today. They're starting to climb back into things here. XPC, and they still have a pretty good advantage, and they can get kills. But the later this game goes, I mean, what are you looking at here in terms of your cores? You'll have an axe that is a blink dagger, yes, but his next item might not be as important. You'll have a Nature's Prophet who's going Orchid, which is a smart build essentially in this situation against Lycan, but.
Mystico in the top lane is going to get run down here. There is a Fissure available. We'll see if he's going to use it. Ulti's going to come in. That should secure the kill when it comes through. Yes, it does. Smash this here now as well. And Maduro, I'm not sure he's going to get this kill for free as, oh, baby. Smash actually walks away with the Dazzle coming in.
Yeah, so Mystico just staying way too long in the top lane, but allows the rest of his team to have some excellent farm in the bottom lane. Misoku is now up to level 3. Illuminate, so... Next time they try to push in, Misoku's just going to illuminate like crazy. And we'll see how things turn out in the next fight.
Not today have really given themselves a good place, but mid lane, they're going to go in on relax here. Jakiro taking a lot of damage. The True Form from the Lycan even going to be used here. Oh, the Nature's Prophet is coming in as well. This could prove to be a huge mistake. There's the Howl. They're actually are going to disengage. Water's going to come in. Is going to catch one with that Berserker's Call, but... They're going to continue this engagement here. The sentry goes down. Now they can see everyone. And there's the Echo Slam on just Water. Is he going to Fissure through as well? That's going to do off some damage. Kill the Shadow Demon. IWO. The chop misses. Not quite low enough. Berserker's Call. They need to clean him up. There's the Shallow Grave. He's going to keep spinning away. Smash now running away. And a hectic teamfight middle is a 2-for-2 trade in the end.
Yeah, that was like 3 versus 4 or 5, though. And all the while, they take a free tier 2 tower in the bottom lane, which gives you some much needed gold for not today. And really nice plays coming out from the Centaur. IWO to blink on that Shadow Demon to kill him immediately. Would have been better to get the Dazzle, but they couldn't quite get there. The Axe stays alive. Good Sentry Ward placement coming out. They realize that this is very important to get the map control, to get the true sight, to get the vision. So, you know, we'll have to see how things do change up here. I think not today are in a good position now. If they can try to get Roshan here as well, maybe pick up a medallion. But the problem is I don't know if they have a medallion carrier. Maybe you put... Marana with that medallion. She's going for a Mithrheimer, so maybe a Maelstrom of her own, which is interesting. It's not like she was really kind of a core in this situation. She's been playing more of a support role, but we'll see how things turn around here. And they will smoke up head of the jungle, try to get a pick off in Roche afterward. Spartan, you're actually maybe dead. Wow, they don't see him. Oh my god. Luckiest Shadow Demon ever.
Yeah, unfortunately, Maduro not going to be as lucky here as long as they do catch him with a decent fixture. But it looks like, oh, the Centaur, he's come in, and he's going to go in on Jakiro here, who is looking very dead. Down he goes. Disruption on Mystico. He's going to get stampeded away. There are a lot of heroes here, though. Water moves forward, gets the call off, and the Shadow Wave is enough to bring him down. So now IWO is between a rock and a hard place, as is Mihawk, and they're going to try to TP on out of here.
Wow, he lives.
Both going to make it out, just barely. That Dazzle
Water, I think, had his blink dagger. He just didn't use it. I'm not sure. But they're going to smoke up immediately, and they're going to head towards this bottom lane. Misoku knows that they're off the map now. He has to back away. He was putting pressure on the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Top lane is getting pressured by Smash. Bottom lane, they just want this tower. They want to try to get a kill based off this tower alone. They might even go for Roche. They're going to reveal themselves, and Evo might get caught up if they're underneath the tower, but it might not matter. Shadow Wave is going to fly. The stomp going, and he's going to fall, so they get a kill. They place a Sentry Ward down as well, just to make sure that they have some vision here, but...
Now the Illuminate, though, is going to come through. This Creep Wave going to go down very easily between the spam of the Illuminate as well as the Fissure, so they're not going to get that one. And Smash, he's going to get a free mid lane tower, has the True Form. There's the Sprout. He does have the Coiling Blade. Oh, no, he's stuck! He looks like he might still make it away. Somehow has another Haste Rune. No, he's going to get called. Stuck here. True Form is still available. Has some bottle charges. No, he's going to get blown up. Axe brings him down. So Smash gets the tower, but I have to say, I'm really impressed again with Not Today. This really early pressure, and they're still able to trade up for a lot of towers and put themselves again in a fairly favorable position considering how the early game went.
I mean, they're veterans of the game, so they understand exactly what they have to do in these situations, and that's what makes them so good, I think, is that their decision-making has been, for the most part, on point. They've gotten caught out a couple of times, like Mihawk is back to in this bottom lane.
Well, there's
that's
an
Orchid.
Two
I think he's actually, he's going to stick up, and he's going to get the kill! Wow! They did not expect that amount of damage coming out from Prana.
Yeah, I mean, the maxed out Starstorm, that's a lot of damage, so he almost has himself a Maelstrom as well. So a lot of farm for Mihawk. I think he was the farmer in this bottom lane for at least a little bit. And with the Treads and the Maelstrom, he's going to be able to get a lot of farm here moving forward. So not today, I think, have to be favored a little bit in the later parts of the game. Of course, there is a Nature's Prophet on the other side, but he's gone for more of a fighting-oriented build in the Orchid. And Phage pointed out earlier that he usually ends the game at level 14, 6-0. So they like to push more aggressively with this Nature's Prophet and use it to, you know, sort of initiate those ganks like they have been. And so far, it's worked okay, but not today. They've gotten enough towers of their own to really sort of push the balance back a little bit.
I think they're putting a lot of emphasis on this Nature's Prophet getting big at one point in time, because if the Axe gets big and he gets an Agate, but it really comes down to your positioning in that situation. Jakiro is about almost as farmed as he's going to be. He has his mech now. He has an Ogre Club if he gets BKB that it's really difficult to deal with, but there's a lot of room for Not Today to grow. They can get a couple more items in your Earthshaker. You can get your Lycan especially big. You can get Mihawk farmed into the late game if you really want to, and then he starts putting out a lot of right-click damage. So
Disruption in the jungle, though. That's going to cancel the Blink Dagger, and looks like they maybe could have gotten a kill there, but very hesitant to pull the trigger on that one
bottom
with
tower is under attack.
the Shadow Demon standing right behind him.
They're just kind of being uppity here in this top lane. They're just playing forward, and they don't really care. They don't have any vision necessarily for XPC, but they don't seem to mind. So
yeah, and the Centaur is got a cloak for himself, so casual cloak going to help a little bit against the Jakiro. Does not help as much against the Dazzle. All these are physical, so still I think a worthy pickup here.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much have to build that item eventually. You have to build a pipe eventually on a Centaur. I've seen a lot of Centaurs do this, where they pick up the Vitality booster first, then they build into the pipe afterward, and then they finish off a heart later. So I think this is a smart decision. And Ewo is tanky enough now where if he's with his team, he'll tank up a lot of the damage. He'll soak it all up, and then he'll be able to turn it into damage of his own. So
yeah, they dodge on out of there, but unfortunately it does not look like they're all going to be so lucky. Misko, Ice Path, that's going to be enough to bring him down, and they just keep a couple of these Not Today heroes just keep getting caught out by these really huge roams from XPC.
There's no reason for him to be there. Like even with a Blink Dagger, there's no reason for him to be there. Meanwhile, Masoku has the gem and he sees the Observer Ward, but he can't counter it because he can't get vision on the high ground. So XPC were trying to take Roche, but Lycan was doing his job. He was split pushing mid, and he actually just shapeshifts away. He threw up his Necro too as well, and it's a lot of damage to the tower. Water's going to try to go ahead and clear out a couple of these waves, and he does do that. But still, I mean, force the TP rotation, especially when you're losing like a Misko, and you don't want to give away Roche. I think it's very important. So
yeah, now Not Today, or you kind of mentioned this. They have this Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker, which is a pretty huge item, and Masuku are going to be taking some damage here. Is there going to be... Oh, there is the Orchid, but can they get enough damage off? The Weave goes down. They had that Sentry Ward, but it looks like that's the only one, and he's going to make it out just barely.
It's going to be extraordinarily frustrating for Not Today to have this Observer Ward here and not be able to counter it, because it's actually almost gone in about a minute or so, and they might have to find a way to deal with it, or they could just let it go and not get any gold from it. Meanwhile, Madero was getting chased down. Fisher is going to go and actually block some of the trees. No, but he's going to get chased down. Illuminate will hit, and the Echo Slam. I don't know if that's necessary.
I don't think he thought the Illuminate was going to hit, so he slams down the Echo Slam. That was the very, very edge of the Illuminate, so Misko, a little liberal there in his spell usage, spun around the love, and, well, Maduro not going to go through that ulti.
I mean, that's just how you feel when you're playing against an Nature's Prophet. You're like, you son of a bitch, take my Echo Slam. Just like, I hate playing against you. Meanwhile, Relax getting stomped on. Double-edged arrow.
Boy, he is very
dead. Their abilities, the Starstorm, boom. Rana gets that one. Nicely done.
Not Today, just executing these ganks very, very cleanly with all of these heroes. Great for pickoffs with Marana, with the Stomp, with the Fisher. So, Not Today, solidifying themselves a gold lead now. XP still extremely even.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for right now, for Not Today, they just need to get map control and then do what they're doing right now, which is take Roshan. Make sure you have complete map control, and that's why they get the gem early, and that's why a lot of teams will get the gem early nowadays. It's just you want map control. That's one way to do it. There are no wards on the map, none that I can see for either team, so Roshan still isn't that safe for Not Today. Although you have a DD rune on Smash, he has a Necro 3, he's going to try to pressure top. And this is where it gets kind of difficult and frustrating. You know, you want to take a tier 2 tower mid here if you're XPC.int, but already your creep wave is dead. What are you going to do to push in with this? You have Furion, Treants, but, like, is that okay? Like, this is going to get illuminated again. And you can see already Masuku's going to just charge it up and he's going to go. So they're going to have to TP back to the tier 2 tower top, I think, if they don't want to lose that tower, so...
wow. There's a chop there by Water. Down goes Spartan. So they're trading here, but now Water's going to try to bring down Mihawk as well. He is just barely getting away. Level 2 chop. He gets brought down by Water. And now Masuku running away. He knows he is in a lot of danger right now. There is a Berserker's Call available. That does get rid of the mana for the chop, but there's the Ice Path follow-up. And Masuku, he is going to fall as well. A misstep there by Not Today is going to be very dangerous for him, but his gem is in the stash.
That's actually amazing. How did that happen?
That's pretty unreal.
Well, he picks it up and he's fine. He knew that he was maybe in some trouble here. Smash is looking for real, but not going to find him. He actually got some pressure in the tier 3 tower in the top lane, so they lose 3 heroes. They lose their tier 2 mid. I think that's only okay if you're able to... I'm not sure. I don't know if that trade is the best trade in the world for Not Today, but again, like, they get the tier 2 tower. They got a lot of room bottom for Misko, but now you're getting a lot more farm for Madara, who's got his Maelstrom going. He's got his Orchid going as well, so he is getting very difficult to deal with. We'll see.
Yeah, and both teams here do have sort of this late game split pushing with the Lycan, of course, with the Nature's Prophet. So battle of the rats here, and we'll see who comes out on top as we start to head into the later parts of the game. Roshan's still an objective for both teams, and now Dazzle has picked up the medallion, so that's definitely one that will help them take that down quickly. But oh, Masuku, he might get jumped on here by Water. He is going to get jumped on. Their Nature's Prophet is coming in as well, and Masuku, he is not long for this world. Chopped down again. XPC.int, the rest of them hanging out behind him. And again, that comes down to a couple of those Not Today heroes just keep getting picked off when they're a little bit out of position. So
this Dice is 8-0-5, and I didn't know. I didn't think he was going to be that big of an influence when it came to the mid to late game. And he's starting to turn things on. He's got bots as well coming out, and so those triangles can get sold.
Farmed.
Yeah, this guy's loaded, and the only hero ahead of him is actually Smash. But okay, well, I mean, Not Today, like, well, you can take Roshan, but we're just going to take your top 2 or 3 tower. So it's not gone yet. They're still actually ways away from Roche, but we'll see if they can get a bit of damage in here, and we'll see how things go on this top 2 or 3 tower. Whereas it's XPC just really want this Aegis, which is going to be huge for them, I think.
Yeah, it seems like Not Today were a little hesitant there. Now they've decided that, yes, they are indeed just roshing, as Smash was hiding near the trees. If he thought they were roshing, he could have just gone straight in there. And well, now this is nearing the end, and an Illuminate is going to come forward here. They need to be really careful around this Roche pit fight. An Earthshaker could throw a huge wrench in this plan.
They got the tier 3 buyback from Spartan.
There's the Illuminate. Macropyre is going to go down. Ice Path as well. Mihawk, he's gone into the pit. The Roche is down. The Nature's Prophet is still going to be grabbing that, but now Water, he's coming through. Going to start picking off heroes. Shallow Grave's there as well, but in the base, IWO gets a double kill. Smash is still here. No True Form available, but they've taken down Arax. They might even get 2. Are they going to go back in here? Yes, they are. And the Aegis for free. Nature's Prophet trying to defend out the Rax here. Not going to be able to smash. TP's away. IWO maybe the sacrifice for the set of Rax. Nope. No.
That's worth it. That's worth it. Well, totally ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Smash Show. This guy just he's just going to take your base. Like, you take Roshan, he's going to take your Rax. I don't know why they do that when you have a Lycan up who could just clear down a full set of racks and a tier 3 tower on top of it all. He's actually going to get jumped on here with the Orchid as well. And the Maelstrom procs are going. He's going to eat his way through. He's going to fall to the Soul Burn. And he actually just dies. So Smash just fall in the end. But again, he's already done his job getting a set of racks here. So
yeah, and that was exactly, I mean, that was his job. He got it. And now Not Today have put themselves in a really good position continuing here into the later parts of the game. And net worth a little all over the place. XPC.int have grabbed themselves a bit of a XP advantage, but kills all over the map here. There's the buyback from the Nature's Prophet. They want to try to pressure this. In comes IWO. Stomp. Double Edge is going to be available, but there is the Shallow Grave. Unfortunately, Maduro, you're not making it out of this one, and that's a dieback.
What was that? Why are you putting such pressure on having to take the pace now? There's no reason for you to buy back there. Now you're dead for 67 seconds, and there's room for Not Today to work with. The Water is, yeah, he's 10-0-5, but I don't know if he can actually just carry this game on his own. He's getting right-clicked, he's getting managed right now as well. And, I mean, Mihawk can still pump out the damage here. And on top of that, there's a Smash just by his bots. He goes top. He's like, listen, your towers are going to get pressured. There's nothing you can do now. Madera's dead for 45 seconds. I don't understand that decision making from XPC. That TP though, you gotta cancel that. All right.
Yeah, that was a little optimistic, to say the least. And Arrow's gonna sail through. Down goes the tower. Water's gonna pick that one up. 10-0-5 for the Axe here at 25 minutes in the Dota Regions Grand Finals.
I think the Axe Water's played a fantastic game, but they're kind of missing the point here, where they have to deal with this other lane. They have to deal with Lycan, but I think they feel as if maybe if they deal with the Lycan, then they won't be able to ever get a set of racks here. But that's how you're going to get the racks, and they just are just leaving this top lane for him to free farm, for him to push into. I understand that you want to get kills, you want to be able to push in mid, but they're not dealing with the lanes effectively enough.
And they're for an assault harass. He's gonna.
There are better ways to deal. There are better ways to deal with this Lycan, in my opinion. So.
Well, moving forward, XPC.int, although they are ahead a little bit on net worth and XP, I think we'd both agree that Not Today have a pretty significant advantage here with this barracks down. So we'll see if, I mean, XPC.int, they need to get something moving along here. They need to figure out a way to clear out some space to kill the racks. They need to maybe use this axe, but that's not how you do it. Okay, well, there was a hero there a second ago, and he gets Echo Slam brought down immediately.
He's dead. I mean, and now Smash can push out bottom. The problem is they want to take a tier 2 tower mid. That way they can rotate mid after a set of racks here. Misko needs to blink and TP away. He'll do just that. Water is going to rotate all the way over, and they're not going to find anything. They see the TP at the end of the weave animation, but this is not good now. Look at this. Look at this mid lane push train, this bottom lane push train. And if you're XPC, you're rotating together because you don't want to get jumped on here, but...
So Earthshaker just bought a Dagon.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Really?
I mean, I don't think it's the best use of an item, but I'm down for it.
I'm thinking much rather have a Veil than a Dagon.
Oh, probably, yeah, but... Can you just think about Veil and Dagon? Just think about that first. Just think. Think about all that magic damage. That's great.
Oh, boy. Vanguard has been the choice here for IWO. He's had that for quite a while, and while that might not be everyone's favorite item, it is okay against the disruption illusions and I don't know. It's okay, I think, in this scenario, especially when you're going this ham this early.
This ham this early, he says.
Yeah.
It's just that's the mantra of the game, essentially.
Pretty much, yeah. Smoke here for XPC.int. I think they might find Misko up on the high ground here. There's the Ice Path. They know he's there. They're going to blink forward. There's the disruption, and Misko is going to be dead once again. Pops down the Fissure before going down, and even uses the Dagon just to say hello. That's like walking outside your front door and just shooting the shotgun in the air.
But not getting anything done with it.
Nothing happened. He just walked outside, let everyone know, let the neighborhood know he's got a Dagon online now.
Yeah, the police are on their way now, though. That's the problem. That shotgun blast doesn't really do much for that situation. So
Ice Path just barely misses.
But like, this is what's gonna happen. Like, okay, we get a kill. We're gonna go down mid. Oh shit, our bottom lane's getting pressured by a really farmed Mirana, surprisingly enough. Like, well, not really farmed, but decently farmed. This is what I've been waiting to see, though, is a BKB on this Axe. Now he's even manlier, as if he was enough manly already.
Oh god, we missed a kill. Keeper of the Light is going to go down. And a buyback for Masuku. They know that they need to defend this.
The third time he's buyback this game, so Masuku's just like, come on, guys, give me some room to work with. Please. Well, again, they push in bottom. This forces the rotations out from XPC.
And they just can't get anything done against this. I mean, the Mirana can split push. IWO can split push. Smash, obviously, the king of the split pushing in this game.
I mean, like, he doesn't even need to take this top lane anymore. Like, this is not even really an objective for him. He just wants to keep it pressured so that the creeps can get pushed in. But this really becomes a lot more difficult with the second set of racks down. And the question is, what do you do here now if you're XPC.int? You have to continue to get kills. You have to continue to get map control, which they have a lot of. And make sure that Roshan does not go the way of Not Today. Because if they get an Aegis on Smash, let alone a couple of Aegises and Cheese.
Smoke. They want to kill Madera.
They're gonna.
Oh, he is so dead. Oh, God. Yeah, yeah.
That's Mihawk getting involved. He's got his Manta style. They don't have Moonlight
He's got
Shadow.
9 kills.
Yeah,
9 kills.
Mihawk has been quietly starting to take over this game.
Uh-oh.
Can't afford to die here, though.
God.
No, the leap was 1 second. Don't get chopped. Fisher!
Run!
Fly, get out of there. He's still got the ice path. They have a blink up for water in a second here. Mihawk's actually dead, I think. That's, no, they put the blink on cooldown. Any Moonlight Shadows. What a player. Mihawk, he actually might get out of here alive. He's got leap in 6. Arrow slips through. Berserker's Call misses. This is your best time to TP, man. Oh, they're gonna fight. Water's in trouble. He's gonna go down. They get the kill. That's 1,300 gold for Mihawk. He's still dying. The gem is on the deck. Ice path. But Real, you're in some trouble here. Echo on Spartan. He's gonna fall. Boom. Relax does get the kill on Mihawk, but there's the double edge. This is the fight they were looking for, and they found it. And they're gonna get the tier 2 and maybe even a tier 3 in the mid lane.
They recall in IWO. They're looking for blood in the mid lane. Here's one buyback, another buyback as well from the Mirana, but in goes IWO. Goodbye. He was there a second ago. Down goes Dazzle, and they're just gonna storm through here. 2 more buybacks, but is that gonna be enough to keep them off this tower? I'm not sure. Where are they gonna go from here? Smash is down in the bottom lane.
What a huge play from Ewo to jump in and save Mihawk's life. Unbelievable. It looked... The first play was the Manta style into canceling the blink animation or canceling the blink of the axe just to make sure he can't blink and jump on top of Mihawk. The second play was Ewo... Well, after the jukes came through in the trees, Ewo was able to come in and just stomp, and they grab a very quick kill. And that's an axe that has been haunting them this entire game. That was 1,300 gold. That was for the Mirana. Unfortunately, she has to use it to buy back, but... I mean, that was a heck of a play. Although they only get 1 tier 2 off the back end of it, they force a couple of buybacks, and I think that's the most important thing. Arrow's gonna see
Arrow. Oh, close. Very close. Well, pressure continuing here from Not Today. 32 minutes in, and they have definitely turned the corner with that enormous victory in the bottom lane. Now Smash, Trueform, Misco, about to go down. Madura, he's Shallow Grave, gonna live for the moment. Now he sends in the Necro Creeps. In comes the Stomp, down goes Madura. Now Reels is in some trouble as well. Masuku gets off the blinding light there. And now the Dazzle, he's gonna go down. Smash right, gives him the right click. Misco has come back in with 45 HP, just barely avoids the poison. And
what a ban.
Shadow Demon just wants this kill, and no, he is not gonna get it.
He's not getting it. Look how close he is with these poisons. Mystico is playing like, I don't know, Space Invaders, Asteroids, something. He's playing just dodgeball. He's just dodging all that poison, man. That's crazy. I can't believe it. They get 3 kills. They farm up a Blink Dagger somehow for a Keeper of the Light, which this guy has been actually so good in this game. And their entire team has been playing really well. That's an Assault Cuirass also done now for Smash. So buildings beware. You're not long for this world.
Yeah, and that is on him. And looks like they're just going to continue marching down the mid lane with all these heroes still dead. Water, pretty much the only thing standing between them and the base. So we'll see if Smash wants to come in here. Has an Invis rune. He always seems to have the best runes at the best times. Instead, he's just going to crash down on bottom lane. He's here. Pops off the Wolves. The Howl. Water is going to reinitiate. There's the True Form, though, for Smash. Is Water going to be able to make anything happen here? Madura is coming in. Smash is going to get sprouted, still holding on to that Quelling Blade. But all the meanwhile, mid lane tower goes down.
They take the tier 3 tower. They're too busy chasing after the Like and not busy enough chasing after the rest of the team. So, well, Ewo does get caught out. And
a lot of HP, though.
Ewo might live. Gets stunned for a second.
Oh, Echo Slam comes in. Misco uses the dig and goes to work on the Dazzle, who still gets off the grave, but Mihawk's going to make sure he does not make it out of this one. One more. Down he goes. Does not miss. He's stuck, though. Is going to get chopped. Double kill for Water. He is still going to work here. This axe. But Smash. But your base. The melee axe is down.
Your base, though. That's an Aghanim's Macropyre. He went for Aghanim's on that hero.
Oh, boy.
Come on. Get it, Misco. Hit the range
Misco.
Hit the Rax. No! Oh my god, what a game. I was not expecting this when I woke up.
The Wolf is going to get it. They got it. Well, now the base is crumbling for XPC.int, and with it, I think their chances of winning game number 1 as they are now down 14,000 gold and 10,000 XP. Literal 1 HP.
1 HP.
Wolf takes care of that one.
Yeah, that was I mean, not today are just, you could call this rat, but it's actually glorious rat. It's not rat where it's just like, okay, we're going to split push bottom, we're not going to split push top. They're making sure XPC, every time they make a play, they're paying for it. No matter what that play is, unless you're team wiping not today, somebody's going to take a building or an objective somewhere. So, and that's what you have to do when you have a Lycan. A lot of people just kind of misconstrue as Lycan as this hero that's just broken because you can win team fights, and he is quite good there, but there's very little to do with him. There's very little to deal with him in this situation, and he's even going to try to maybe go on Madera here in this bottom lane.
You know, when it all comes down to it, I think it's because of this glorious comb over he's got going for him, and wow, okay. That was a blink away. Missed the stomp, I guess.
Glorious. This comb over is the most awful looking
dude. It's truly amazing. I'm very impressed. It doesn't come through very well on showcase view, but looking at that portrait, it looks great. It's called Comb of the Great Gray. It's something.
Well, I mean, it certainly doesn't make him a better hero in my opinion, but
regeneration.
All right, well, XPC.int, I think this is their YOLO push down middle. They get a mana leak off on water, and then Masuku blinks away.
He actually has no mana now. That's unfortunate. He has no mana to even shop once. He will have it soon. Meanwhile, Ewo is like fighting back at the base. Madera and Squad have been sent to deal with this, but is this enough damage? He's just gonna stampede away.
He has a blade mail. He has a pipe.
Meanwhile, in the base, there's a Necro unit and Mega Creeps.
Okay, Megas. And Smash is just relentless here with these creeps in the base. There's the Megas and XPC.
God, they just GG.
They're like, all right, we lost. They're down so much. The Macro Pyre, the Ags Macro Pyre is just not going to do it. And
it's really not.
It's just not going to do it at all. And, well, we're just waiting for them to leave this one. Misko is going to make them get the hell out of this game with a Dagon on the Earthshaker.
GG's called. Game number 1 done. So XPC plays strong, solid game, but you know, it wasn't enough. Not today. They have the veteran presence. They understand how to just keep the waves pushed out, and they'll take any advantage they can get and give you. So, very impressive stuff coming out from not today in this first game.
Yeah, game number 2 is going to be coming up next from High Ground TV here on Dota Regions. Again, guys, there is that item giveaway, so just like the Dota Regions page on Facebook, facebook.com/Dota Regions. Tweet at them at Dota Regions, and just stick around in this chat, and we'll be giving away 4 or 5 items at the end of this broadcast in the chat. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. WhatIsHip and Maut here for High Ground TV. Don't go anywhere.
Let's play. Triple mode enabled. Pinball. play pinball. Pinball. Turbo mode. Enabled. 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 Pinball. Turbo mode enabled. Turbo mode enabled. Let's play.
Welcome back to the Dota Regions Grand Finals here on twitch.tv/Dota Regions. High Ground TV bringing you the games, WhatIsHip and Maut, accompanied by Phage Guy, all from High Ground TV. And well, we had a pretty amazing game number one, not gonna lie. Not today. Took it in the end though. Able to bring down XPC.int. Maut, what are your thoughts on that one?
It was a good game. I think XPC played really well for the first 10 or so minutes of the game, and they just couldn't deal with the Lycan and split pushing. That was just not today. Understanding the game a bit more, their veteran presence as well. They've been around the block. They've beaten some really top tier teams, obviously, and they take it. And it's already looking really good for them here. We'll see how their draft does go. They don't want to deal with the Jakiro, interestingly enough, but they're okay with a lot of other heroes in the map. And we'll see. This ban is going to be very important for XPC. They ban out the Razor. They give the Lycan again.
Ban the Lycan. That seems like a mistake.
I think that's a mistake, yeah. I think it's a big mistake. I think they maybe think, okay, well, Lycan on the Dire side's really good, maybe not on the Radiant side.
It's still very good.
Yeah, I mean, the thing here is...
Roche wasn't even a big deal that game.
Yeah.
It just came down to just the split pushing power.
The thing is, you give a Lycan away, or you take a Lycan, and then you have other heroes that are going to get picked up for XPC. I mean, like a Centaur, maybe a Scarith Mage, but not that they're taking a minute to think about this. I certainly don't think you want to give away the Lycan on the Dire side.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you kind of... I don't know if you're obligated to pick it here, but I think they were probably thinking that XPC.int would ban it, and then they didn't. So now they're in a... Well, if we don't pick it here, then... Well, then they're going to get it, so...
It's just a bit of a tricky situation. You can go for a Lycan again. You could play the same style of game, but... Maybe they find a way to deal with that, especially on the Dire side, as opposed to the Radiant side. So, I don't know. This is kind of tricky. It's very tricky, actually.
Well,
I got to pick it up.
Pick it up again. I mean, you can't argue with the results from the last game. So, again, guys, this is the Dota Regions Grand Finals. And, well, if you want to get an in-game ticket, bit.ly/Dota Regions. And if you want to get yourself some beautiful rares and immortals, enter the giveaway by tweeting at Dota Regions, liking the Facebook page /Dota Regions, and sticking around in the chat. But our wonderful, astute Phage Guy is pointing out that IWO normally does play the Lycan, and well, that is definitely true. Last game, a bit of an unusual game for Smash playing that one, but I mean, it still worked. It still really worked for them, so
10
cannot
seconds
complain.
remaining.
No, it was a really solid play from not today. The laning scenario was kind of questionable at first, but it turned out to be pretty good in the end. But now they have a Lycan, they have to deal with an IO, so they know that there's this global strategy that they have to just find a way to kind of counteract. So
Yep.
we'll see how it goes.
And that was Nature's Prophet Madura, his first loss on ticketed play, so he's gonna feel a little sad, but they're gonna stick by the old standard, and they're also gonna go with the IO here, and this is sort of full rat alliance style, and already their intent is declared publicly for everyone to see. So not today are gonna have plenty of time to figure out a way to deal with this.
Yeah, I mean, this is just they're using a lot of their reserve time, so they're really just taking their sweet time thinking about, okay, what are we going to do here that makes it so that this IO and this Nature's Prophet is a non-factor in this game? They go for the Faceless Void, and that makes sense. So
Radiant
Yeah,
team
that's
back.
definitely a good answer for both of these heroes. Obviously, the Chrono can deal with the Wisp and Nature's Prophet before they do anything too crazy. A good way to just lock them down and kill them immediately. But gonna look for Not today to pick up a couple compliments to go with this Faceless Void. Lycan is not particularly good, obviously, with Chronosphere, so maybe some supports that do well. Witch Doctor, Shadow Shaman, both extremely popular, and Tinker is also going to get banned out here. That's another hero that works really well in combination with Faceless Void that was ignored all the way through the last draft here. And well, Not today moving forward. Yeah, Skywrath Mage is still in the pool as well, so maybe XPC bans that one out, and we'll see if Not today want to deal with the Tidehunter again. No, they do not. They're going to give that one the ban. Very consistent ban pattern for them, and Earthshaker going to be the choice for XPC.int, and that's going to give them some decent counter pushing potential against all of the Lycan minions with, of course, Echo Slam. But well, I don't know. I'm not convinced by this one.
well, this is an Invoker pickup here for Not Today. They have the Sunstrike combination with the Faceless Void. I don't know about the Earthshaker and the IO together. They picked the Wind Ranger as well, which is very interesting. You could argue that an Earthshaker or a Wind Ranger together with the IO could be okay, but I don't know if that's the best argument in the world. I feel like this is kind of a tricky situation to put yourself in if you're XPC. Not today are like, what the hell is this draft right now? I'm sure they're thinking the same thing we are, because I don't really see how this works for them.
Maybe this is a mid lane Wind Ranger. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, that's probably your best bet.
Against Invoker, it's actually pretty okay. Invoker has pretty bad base damage now since all of the nerfs happened. You kind of have to get Quas early.
Yeah.
So Wind Ranger has also one of the best attack animations. And Not today are going to pick up the Shadow Shaman here to go with their Invoker as well as their Faceless Void. So I really like this pickup, making it through that ban phase. The Skywrath was the choice for XPC.int. So things going as expected here, I think, for Not today. So
I think XPC banned out heroes they didn't want to play against, not necessarily heroes that were really, really solid for Not today. And I mean, you have to play that way. You have to ban heroes that you don't feel comfortable against. But at the same time, that means that you're going to get heroes like a Rasta for Not today. You're going to be able to split push with Serpent Wards and Lycan Wolves and Forge Spirits. So for Not today, their lineup is almost centralized around either split pushing, or you can even fight with all of these heroes. I mean, they have a good combination of things. Fighting, taking towers.
Meatball and Chronosphere is no joke.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, the damage is real. You're not even talking about a Sunstrike. You're talking about Meatball with Quas Exort. You should have Max Exort at some point in time, and that Meatball hits, you're probably going to die. So, for XPC, they have plenty of right clicks, but they're all. I mean, IO, Wind Ranger, Nature's Prophet, kind of squishy to a certain extent. Earthshaker is kind of beefy, but he should be playing as a support here. With the Wind Ranger going mid, and then maybe if you're on off lane, they need a safe lane here, I imagine. Somebody that works well with the IO, they have yet to pick that up. And it's going to be the Ursa, which is one of the tried and true, so.
This is a interesting game here for XPC.int. They certainly have some unconventional laning going on, and we'll see how they decide to settle this one out. I mean, this could be a dual lane middle with Wisp and Ursa. It could be a mid Wind Ranger. Could be a mid Nature's Prophet, although that does not seem to be their standard course. But pretty interesting lanes here for XPC.int. It could even be a mid Earthshaker. So we'll see how Not today are going to deal with this. I think they're just going to go with some very standard picks here and let things settle how they'll settle, and it's going to be the Sand King. So it's everything pretty standard here for Not today, and they're just going to go with a tried and true Invoker pickoffs, Faceless Void Chrono with wards on the outside and epicenter coming through as well.
I like the Sandcake pickup here because I don't think they're in any real danger of getting ganked in that top lane or the bottom lane for not today. I think they could stack up the jungle and be okay. I think with an IO, it makes it very difficult to run with an Earthshaker, but it is possible. Ursa should just be farming the safe lane for the most part anyways. And I think the biggest thing here is that this is a dire advantage for XPC. So you've got to find a way to shut down the Ursa and make sure that he can't get towards Roshan early on in the game. And you can do so with Forge Spirits. You can get the Sand King in there a couple of times if you really need to. A Lycan Wolf as well to maybe scout things out. And this Smash playing up like on the Lycan yet again. No, they swap it. Ewo is going to be playing. I was going to say Smash's Voker is rather good.
Voker is pretty insane. And he goes for the Null, 2 branches and Exort first. So he's going to be looking to battle in the mid lane regardless. And game number 2 here for Dota Regions, the Grand Finals. And if not today, take this one. It'll be the conclusion. They will win an additional $500 on top of the money that they've already won for winning their groups. And there were 4 groups. Each group winner wins $250, and then the winner of the finals wins $500. So an interesting format here and a good way to spread that money around.
Are they actually going to try this Roshan?
I don't think this is.
They knew that they went in there.
They definitely know what's happening right now. This is not a good idea.
This is something they're
just camping it. I think they're just hoping that Not Today will come in and then just own them.
Masoku's not like... They have no vision on the high ground, though, unfortunately. Like, if Masoku walks up this high ground, he's going to die. And if he walks to the Roche pit, he's going to die. So this is smart play from XPC.
They're going to send in the Wolves.
Yeah, this is what they needed to do.
They're going to realize that nothing is actually happening. But Masuku's stuck on the wrong side. He is going to strike out, and now they're all stuck because of the Fisher. So
it was really good. So, I mean, only thing that's really wasted is having to get Lycan Wolves at level 1, which is... Yeah, it kind of sucks because you want to have Howl. Masoku has to waste mana for his Burrow Strike, but he was going to get that anyways. And a smart play from XPC doesn't turn into anything, but it could have been a lot worse. And again, it comes down to that veteran presence from Not Today. If they sit there and they walk to the high ground, Masoku's dead. If they sit there and they walk into the Roche pit, he's dead. So I think that was just really, really solid.
Yeah, that was a really, really well executed little scouting maneuver there by Not Today. And, well, now we'll see how they're going to settle into lanes here. Io is still roaming around a bit. It is going to be the mid lane Ursa, and Masuku is going to be in the mid lane as well for accompanying Spash, at least for the moment. He looks like he's going to roam out. And expect him to sort of settle into the jungle as soon as he gets a couple levels. And, well, I'm interested to see how this mid lane goes down here.
Real is actually, he was using his overpower to try to deny some creeps here from Smash, and that's actually pretty intelligent. I mean, yeah, this is going to go well until Smash gets a couple more levels and then really starts pumping on the right-click damage on the Real. But for now, Real he's okay with this lane. He'll probably win it early. But, I don't know, we'll see.
Well, it's going to be a farming Windrunner down in the bottom lane. Water going to be the one to pick that up. And this tri-lane here for Not Today, I mean, it's kind of a dual lane. As soon as Masuku gets a couple levels, he's going to sort of be doing his own thing. But we'll see how this works out for them. And then up in the top lane, we didn't really get a chance to do any introductions, but it's going to be Mihawk on the Faceless Void, Smash on the Invoker once again, Masuku on that Sand King, Misko on the Shadow Shaman, and last but certainly not least, IWO going to be on the Lycan.
Did you introduce XPC yet? I'm not sure.
No, we didn't get anything. They ran right to Roche.
All right, well, I guess for XPC, and Madera will be on your Nature's Prophet. We'll have Spartan, he'll be on your Aya. Well, in the mid lane, we have Real, we already talked about him on your Ursa. Bottom lane, it is going to be Water on your Wind Ranger, and mid, it's going to be, or bottom again, is going to be Skanks224 on your Earthshaker as well. And the mostly Grecian squad, I believe. First team I've seen out of Greece, so interesting. They're playing well.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe a little bit unconventional drafts, but oh, Mihawk's actually taking quite a bit of damage here in the top lane, but dishing some out as well. Does not have time lock here, so is not going to be able to rely on a bash to help secure a kill on the Wisp. And now I think has to back off, but he's
Smash
getting a lot of XP in this top lane.
He is, and that's not surprising. It's the Radiant off lane. Smash has Wex. He went for Wexort, at least at level 2. He wanted Alacrity, which he's actually winning lane because of Wexort right now, and that's the strange thing. And he might only get 1 point in it, but I actually love this decision, just to have Alacrity early on here, because the bonus damage you get, the bonus attack speed, is more than enough to deal with Relax. And I actually might start doing this now, just to win my lane, just to get Alacrity early on. I think this is really intelligent.
The mana cost is extremely low.
It's 45,
and it does give you 20 or 30 extra damage, you know, at these early levels, and it's just easy last hits. He's last hitting now over 100, so
yeah.
that's really interesting, and I like this little adaptation here by Smash to make
This
sure
isn't
that
the first time I've
lane.
seen it. This isn't the first time I've seen it, but it certainly is the most. It's actually doing work for him now. The question is, what does he go? He's gonna get level 2 exhort, maybe gets to level 3, and then goes for quas, or he might. If he goes for another level point in Wex, I'm gonna be like, wow.
I'll be very surprised. I think it's just the 1 point.
I mean, it works really well for a Lycan because you can just give him alacrity and.
Gross.
This is a smart play from Smash. Again, it's not the first time I've seen this before. He certainly isn't inventing this, but it's not something you see too often. Meanwhile, Smash, or Mihawk rather, he's going to get a kill on Spartan. One right-click will get the first blood. He gets it. He gets sprouted. Not that he really cares at this point. He's going to try to man up a Madara here.
He's looking for some bashes. It's not going to get him.
No, he's got a time walk away. He does have a salve, but he's going to get sprouted.
Oh,
Ooh,
run!
He's going to fall. No, he's going to time walk salve. And he's going to try to TP out. He actually might make... He's going to live. Wow, what a player. And they get a kill down in the bottom lane on the Wind Ranger as well. Wind Ranger, jeez.
That name change, though.
Wind Ranger, though.
Just put them together. No problem. Oh, God. And, oh, he's going to come back down here. And things off to a very rocky start for XPC.int. They have... I don't know if I'd call them gimmicky lanes, but certainly very unconventional lanes here. And they're not working out too well yet. And Smash is just destroying mid lane with absolutely no problem. Only 17 last hits for real. And now Smash has a double damage rune bottled up. So this is certainly not going to get easier. And I think this is just going to be normal Quas Exort Invoker from here on out. But this point in Wex has more than proved itself to be extremely effective in this mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, this is just him
Mihawk.
like hitting level 3 and
Mihawk, nope, no bashes. You want to see those bashes, man, and it's just sometimes it doesn't happen.
it's just the heart of the cards isn't with you for Mihawk. He's looking for the Chronosphere. He's actually almost got level 6, so I mean, at level 6, he could Chrono and kill either of these heroes.
Oh yeah, easily.
It doesn't even matter if he gets one of them out of
If he gets a Sunstrike too, he might be getting both, but they're moving on a reel in the mid lane. There is going to be a Fisher Smash. Moves forward maybe at the wrong time. Is trying to bottle up, and in comes a couple of heroes, and Smash is going to go down here. He just got a little too aggressive right at the wrong time.
Okay, well, you walk back top now. I mean, you get the kill mid, and that's great, but you walk back top, and by the time you get there, Mihawk has Chronosphere. So, I mean, this is an off-lane Faceless Void with 15 last hits. This guy, who usually functions as kind of a support in the fact that he can get a Chronosphere off, and hopefully have Treads at this point in time. He's going to have Treads and a Poor Man's Shield pretty soon. Not to mention, hopefully, a kill if everything goes well. I mean, like, at this early on, Madara's not really tanky enough for him just to survive a Chrono. Mihawk's looking for it. He's going to go for it.
Sunstrike's ready to go here for Smash as well.
Yeah, that's all they really need is Chrono into a Sunstrike, and that's a kill. So, Mihawk is like, he's ready to press that button, man.
Yeah, he's looking for the Wisp somewhere else in the map. He wants to make sure he can get the tower as well. And the Shadow Shaman even going to come in as well to make sure that they actually get this one. Mihawk circling around the back here. They are in this one for blood at this point.
They're circling the wagons, as they say. And unfortunately, it will not catch Madara, who's like, well, I think something's up. I don't know what's going on, but I don't want to be here anymore. Although, XPC are going to go for an early Roshan. With an IO, they can just tether and bottle up Relax, and he's got overcharge as well. So this is a smart play. This is 6 minutes for Roche. And this is the gimmick you were talking about, but this one is going to pay off. But, oh, the Sunstrike! Oh, they know that he's in there, but can they get there in time for him to stop Roshan? No, absolutely not. It's a smart play from Smash to throw the Sunstrike in there, but they do get the Aegis nonetheless.
They even
and the
tether him
reload.
back. That's nice stuff right there. And healing him back up. Smash ready to go. It looks like he is most likely going to be going for a Midas here. And it's only 6:30. He has 37 last hits. He is dismantling this mid lane.
Yeah, Ewo's actually going to get a Midas as well. We didn't even talk about him in the bottom lane. He's level 6
now.
now.
Forward, though. Top lane, Madara is going to eat one bash. Sunstrike coming in. Shackle goes down. And
I don't even need it.
Yeah, no chrono needed.
I mean, like, but bottom. Excuse me, Masoku's getting caught out.
Well,
and
run.
Spirits, he's going to try to burrow away. Ewo is here. Don't body block your friend.
He should be okay. Oh, God. Now Ewo is in a bit of a hard place.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's awkward.
That's probably okay, though. He just bought his Midas, unless Masoku dies again.
Run! Don't get hit by the spirits.
You just burrow into the trees.
God, run! He has so much gold, too.
He's no TP.
Good, keep going.
Burrow
No!
up. No! Oh, my God. You were that close. You just needed to burrow up to the trees and get a TP scroll. Not that it would have done. It was too far anyway, so. All right, well, XPC again putting on some pressure here. Not as much as in the previous game, but oh, Madara cannot find a place to farm. Boom! That meatball blows his face up. My God.
That's a combo.
This is the early Wex point paying off.
Yeah.
His Midas is flying out to him. I have to imagine that's his Midas.
Yeah, that's
anyways.
it.
And
I mean, that early point Wex gives him the meatball as well in Chrono, and now Smash is going to eat some pressure. You're going to go down right as the Midas comes up, and that is an issue.
It's like, well, whatever. I got my Midas. I don't even care. It's fine. Not a big deal.
Yeah, I would have liked to get an activation off there, but it's just not in the cards for him. And bottom lane, though, Ewo is just getting pretty much complete free farm. Not doing quite as well as the Invoker, but 36 last hits is not too bad, and things seem to be going okay here for both teams. I think are pretty happy with how the game's progressing. They need to make something happen though with this Aegis, with relocate. They need to get themselves a couple of towers.
They've gotten a couple of kills.
I mean, I think the biggest issue in my mind for XPC is Mihawk. Mihawk is he's going to be a huge issue for them. He's going to have Mask of Madness. He has Chronosphere. He has Treads.
Excuse me, Mask of Madness, sir. Oh wait, yo, never mind. I thought you were talking about Ewo. I got really confused. All right, I'm an idiot. Just...
Reels. He might have spin off a little bit more than he can shoot here. Does have the Aegis. They might have to use the Chrono here. No, they're not
willing to use Chronosphere on Real when he has the Aegis. Misko's actually just dead. He's gonna hex him up, but the Spirit's in the right click from the Yo will kill him and sprout up now. Nope. Try good play from Dara to get that vision. Amadara. Sunstrike! Ooh, not enough. Very close, but not enough there.
Yeah, and with Smash dying a bit here, that's taken him a little bit to get these max levels in X-Sword, but now he's almost there. He is level 9 in 9 minutes, so I suppose he's doing just fine. Still farming away and leading the net worth despite these deaths.
Dire's middle tower
yep, and this is exactly what you expect to see coming out from both squads. Relocate. Oh, he didn't tether him. No.
Oh boy.
Burrow strike into water. Sunstrike. Oh, he wind runs away. Actually, Shackle shot going into an Evo. That's a problem. Oh, the power shot snipe brings him down.
Maxed out power shot. Oh, there is a hex though. I don't think they're going to continue this one.
They have Epicenter. That's an Echo Slam.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you have no mana now. So
click him. I got him.
Sandstorm. If we Sandstorm, you're gonna get power shot.
Nope, no mana.
Top lane, Chronosphere. There's the meatball. Spartan dies. Relax is getting low. He has Aegis. He's dead.
All over the place.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's happening, but that was a crazy fight.
Now Aegis down. They're just gonna back up. 2,600 gold for the Ursa. Red to purchase his next major item. It's gonna be the Blink Dagger. No surprises there.
I mean, that's standard. You actually need that item, like at all times on this hero. And then like a BKB, and then you're good to go.
Couple of smokes purchased up for both teams. Suku smokes in the base before finished healing. That's certainly not maximum efficiency. Merlin, you would have something to say about that one.
No. The efficient plays are not always there, but that's
first, safety second. You know.
Yeah, that's it. That's the mantra. But
Blink's forward there. They're gonna get a nice Sunstrike off, and Wind Run will not save you from that one, unfortunately.
You're dead.
Alright. Well, Madura is going to catch Misko here.
Burrow! Yes! Get him! Sandstorm! Woo! Misoku.
4 levels in Sandstorm.
Did not expect that Blink Dagger.
EWO, he looks dead.
Oh,
he is beyond dead.
This is a good way of dealing with Ewo. Is just relocating in the Ursa. At some point, I think there's going to be a BKB.
Oh, this meatball!
Wow!
Okay.
Whoever stands against me.
That's actually huge.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Misoku is Epicenter, by the way. He could just like turn on this, but they know that he's there. Channel Misoku.
I know
he's doing it.
He's doing it. Get him! No! Oh, that was sad.
He couldn't get his blink off. It got canceled by one of the spirit balls.
Now he's stuck with the
actually
Fisher.
dead.
He still has Burrow Strike. Should be fine.
That was sketchy as hell.
Yeah, that was definitely not smooth. And
double damage.
Well, now there's a lot of heroes around here, but it looks like Not Today are happy with to just take the top lane tower, pushing on that one a little bit. Mask of Menace is going to be the choice for the Faceless Void. IWO, how is he doing? He's doing just fine.
He needs a BKB, man. Like, this is not fine. He's died 3 times in the past, like, 5 minutes. Meanwhile, Chrono, defensively, Serpent Wards, micro them. No, come on! Shackles and Skanks, this is brave as hell. Echo Slam's gonna go. Misko's dead. Skank's still alive. Time walk away. They have Sprout. Oh, and a Blink. Yeah, that won't work. He's dead.
But Smash is going in on Spartan in the mid lane. Misses the meatball. That certainly would have been a kill if he lands that one in. This is a blink dagger on Smash. That's a way to get away from these relocates.
Yeah, that's huge, and that's actually something that maybe the Lycan's gonna have to pick up at some point in time. If not a BKB, then probably that blink dagger. So.
Oh my God! The Earthshaker almost just. Oh, the Sunstrike! He just punished the living hell out of him. How did he even know he was there?
That's Smash Dota, ladies and gentlemen. That's just Smash.
How did he even know? That was some. That was wizardry. He is not the shitty wizard at all. He is the real wizard.
With Smash, it is awful.
Oh my God. I can't believe that. Dude, imagine how surprised that Earthshaker was when he got Sunstriked. He's just like, well.
It's like they have a war in our jungle.
Oh,
well,
man. Wolves are just doing some harassment here.
Water, Blink Burrow, Sunstrike, dead. Relocate, but they aren't there in time. However, the TP's come again. Fisher only connects Masoku. Evo might get out. Spirits, the Earthshock isn't going to connect. Masoku's getting away. He blinks out. He's got sand. He does have a sentry. Oh, what a burrow! Masoku.
I mean, he is not going the right way though.
I mean, he does have a blank.
Level 1 tornado. Level 1 tornado, underwhelming for Smash.
Yeah, too much. Real and Spartan are still down here.
Yeah,
time to get out. Triple Ward's mid lane.
He still has Epi. He's manning up. No.
I mean, like, he has no mana and health. Like, he Epi's here and he has no mana to burrow, I think, or it's very close.
Where is he going? He's going to engage on Madura. He's decided he's already behind enemy lines. He might as well try to get something done. Oh, God.
That's the most just like, fuck it, let's do it, team.
Oh, my God.
Let's go. Like, they're manning up like crazy. I love it. It's working out for them. They're getting map control. They're getting towers. They're getting team fights.
And all the meanwhile, Smash is just so farmed. Lycan doing pretty well as well, and Meatball's gonna miss. He misses the combo completely. Spams it off just for good measure.
And he just keeps that too.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And he's gonna
third time, really. That seems. Honestly, I thought there would be more blink daggers on Invoker. It's just that item's so good. You just
he has a Force Staff as well. This is like Dendi style, very. Oh God, echoed. Misko is not afraid to use that on solo heroes. Mihawk gonna try to get out of here. Does have the chrono to try to disengage. Is going to pop it off. That essentially creates a wall here, and he is just gonna TP out.
And Masoku's rotating top with no.
Ewo. In comes relocate for bottom lane. He is gonna true form. Is gonna get out of here. The blink dagger is on cooldown. It's gonna be close.
I think
Blink
he's going
off in 1 second. He's sprouted. There's no.
That was the wrong tree.
No. Oh boy, he ate one of these trees. That did not go well, but.
I mean, Smash. They relocated Ursa back in. I think he died to the sun. I don't know what happened. Actually, he just died. I don't know what happened there. The Chronosphere, Sunstrike got the kill.
There's some stuff going on, and well, bottom lane is dead as a result. Misko. Oh God, he's orchided. He must be sick of dying.
Yeah, that's the one problem with this Not Today lineup is that Misko is often on the receiving end of a lot of ganks, and there's not much you can do in that situation. Blank, Misoku's trying to burrow in. Fisher in a nice time there. Mask Madness does go. Burrow on it. No, they're going to go on Skanks instead. Enchant. No Echo, I believe. Yeah, Tornado on the backside. Meatball definitely some Tether coming in. Mihawk wants Madara. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Overcharge, Burrow Strike misses, Spartan, Fisher Wall coming in, they can't get the kill, but they get the kill Madara. Here comes Real, but... Oh, the blinks, the jukes from Smash, my God. This guy.
Well, there's a Sunstrike, that's off the mark. He gets style points, though.
Well, I mean, as back and forth this game has gone, the biggest thing I think right now is that... it's pretty even, actually, in terms of Golden Towers and experience. Experience-wise, Not Today is leading, and they have a hefty lead at that, but if they can get some of these towers, they can get Roshan control. And that's a Vlad's done at 17 minutes, which is not great, but...
Yeah, he did buy treads and Mighty Switch, though, so...
Yeah, true.
Not too bad. Really, the struggler in this game is Misko. He has Arcane Boots only, and only 2,000 in the net worth, and... Real, he's moving in. But they know this is happening. Invisible Wolf going to scout this one out. Madura is going to come in as well. And
They didn't put any sentries down outside the pit, so...
Chrono is up. He is really far away, though.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to contest this, I don't think. This is just going to go to...
I'm a little surprised Smash doesn't want to, like, shoot off a combo in there. Oh, Spartan has, like, 8 HP.
Yeah, that was close.
Oh, like...
Wow! Oh my god, that's huge! Did he not have room? What happened?
I think he couldn't click on it. You know, when
That's
you try to click on it, and there's just way too many heroes around and way too many things.
Like, I can't
There was
move.
the treants, there was the wolves, and now they drop down these wards offensively. This might be a little bit ambitious. They're going to farm these up.
I think they're going to do anything here.
Yeah.
Thanks for the free gold there, Misco.
Thank you. Thank you for the 300 gold.
200 HP now in the tower, too, so... And Ewo's still farming bottom, so I don't know if they engage here, but there's a smoke now coming out from XPC. Meanwhile, Burrow Strike and Initiation, and Midora is going to get blown up again. Or Kadamasoku, he's dead, so 1-for-1 trade, but I think Masoku's okay. That way, relocate now on Ewo. He's going to have to true form away.
He forgot his comrade, or a comrade. There's the Shackle Shot, though. He's going to try to get the Focus Fire. He's going to walk into the Sunstrike! Smash Dota, ladies and gentlemen!
How do you know he's going to go to the right there?
Oh my god.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
That was unbelievable, but XPC.int, they are doing a really good job of utilizing this Wisp in combination with the Ursa and keep getting kills, keep getting Roche. That denied Aegis is certainly going to come around to bite them, though. 3,000 gold for Reels. What's his next choice here? He needs, they need to figure out, I mean, I think a BKB is
maybe
a viable option with the Invoker on the other team.
I think at this point, I mean, you pretty much have to go for a BKB now for the Ursa. I just think that's too good of an item, especially like you said against the Invoker to pass up. But even Lockdown, maybe, I don't know, just some way to deal with Smash as well, like a Basher into you know, an Abyssal. There's a lot of things that you can pick up here for not today or for XPC.int rather. So we'll see.
Well, moving forward here, we'll see if they can, if XPC.int can utilize this Nature's Prophet and Wisp. They're certainly on their way, but Smash blows up another. Ursa is just dead, but there's a great Shackle Shot on EWO. He does have True Form, unfortunately, and Maut comes in, pops off the Chronosphere, and now down goes one. Smash gets a godlike spree. Water, he does not look like he's going to leave either. Smash is just continuing forward, blinks forward. There is no Fisher available for a couple of seconds. Alacrity going to work there with that damage. Masuku blinking forward. There's the Burrow Strike. They want this one. Sunstrike, down goes another one, and Smash is playing out of his mind.
He'd be forced away at the end of that. Meanwhile, Madara down bottom. Mihawk is like, I'm going to try to kill you as best as possible. Smash actually comes in. Cold Snap, Madara, you're not going anywhere, friend. That is a team wipe. And tier 3 tower is what it looks like. And maybe even a set of racks. XPC.int, they just got outclassed here in the past 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, I mean, this game looked pretty good up until a couple minutes ago, and Smash is just taking that one lane middle and just turning it into a one game for them, so. I mean, XPC.int, they have some late game ratting capabilities here, but I have to say I don't think this Wind Ranger has worked out how they were hoping. The Ursa has done his job. I mean, they've gotten a lot of good relocate kills. They've gotten Roshan,
Dire's bottom tower
and
is under attack.
continuing forward here. We'll see if they can hold it off, but it just feels really, this feels like an enormous uphill battle now. And oh my god, the graphs.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see if you're an XPC.int fan or a player on that team. So I don't know what you do to get back. And luckily, they don't lose their set of racks and they get some BKBs. Well, one BKB, Mihawk gets the other, but is that really enough? Is the question. And the answer is probably not. No, I don't think so. So
Seems hard at this point. Ewo, a heart is going to be his next choice, and he has just built up a bank account for himself. Does have enough to finish that one up, though, and BKB for Ursa was the option here. Help deal with the Invoker, but there, up in the air, is Water. Is that a Hex? No, Hex just from Misako.
This goes actually
Echo
dead.
Slam coming in, and now XPC.int, they want to kill Smash. If they can kill Smash, no, there's the Ghost Walk. Can they kill him? The spirits are hitting him. Do they have a gem? No, they don't. Smash just barely going to make it away. Shadow Shaman is going to go down, though.
They're
gonna go back in.
They're man fighting. They don't get the kill on Water, but they get close.
Masuku, wow, forces forward. Somehow that Fisher doesn't hit him. Smash is so close to dead.
Oh my, he lived with 30 HP.
Turns on the Quas. Now he is TPing on out of here. And not today, despite a pretty ridiculous overextension. Make it out of there.
They're only going to get punished by what? They're going to lose Misco and that's it. That's just the crazy thing about that. It's just that they lose their freaking Shadow Shaman, and that's all they lose in that situation. You've got to be kidding me. Like, it's like 3 or 4 heroes relocating on top of you, and you don't die. I don't understand that. They finally pick up. They're like, okay, I guess we need a gem now, huh?
Yeah.
So
when that happens, well, BKB is now done for Mihawk, as well as 2,400 gold. So not today. Have just taken an enormous lead here in the last couple of minutes. Certainly supplemented by Smash, who's just playing absolutely insanely well. EWO has sort of just been quietly farming up, knocking down towers, but now with the heart done, we'll see if he's able to get a little bit more done here. And I mean, I guess that's sort of what happens when you go for this Midas. It does delay things a bit. It's able to be punished, especially by the relocates that are happening by XPC.int.
yeah, so you know, at this point in time, though, not today are in just prime position to take this game, and this Void is now not only, you know, just being useful as a Chronosphere, but he also is just a right-click monster. Now that he has his Maelstrom, he'll have level 16 up as well, which is kind of ridiculous. So, no game with an Invoker getting 12 kills by 20 minutes, went to 25 minutes in 6.81 pro play. So that tell you, Smash, you need to finish out this game in another 30 seconds here, buddy. Good luck.
Not sure he's going to get it, but it certainly feels like the door is closing here for XPC.int. They need to figure out a way to abuse this Wisp a bit better, maybe start using it in combination with the Nature's Prophet or something to just get more towers down. I mean, there's still a tier 1 middle, tier 2 bottom, as well as top lane, and there's only 1 tower remaining on the map on the Dire side. So, I mean, I think the Wisp did what it was supposed to in terms of relocates early, but they didn't get quite enough damage done. Smash, despite dying a couple times, it still just has so much farm.
I think you really need to punish the Invoker pick, and they really didn't. I think they...
Yeah, I mean, he died a couple times, but it just was not even close enough, right? I mean, he still got his Midas on time. He still farmed like crazy, and...
I mean, when he's like sitting under the tower getting like a meatball kill and then he just profit, that probably shouldn't happen. I just... There are certain situations where it's just like, this hero should not be this farmed or should have this amount of damage this early on here. A lot of that does come to, you know, Wex Exort.
Real is just stuck here. I think his BKB is on for Mihawk. He's going to try to bring down one. There's the BKB for Reals. It's going to be a little late there. It does catch the tornado in time, but he is still just brought down by the massive amount of heroes and right click for not today. And they're going to lose the tier 2 tower here as well.
Somehow Smash has 2 deaths, although he hasn't had a death in the past, you know, like 10 or so kills, so he's pretty good. And
Dire's bottom tower
I mean, those 2 deaths were way earlier in the laning stage, and now EWO, he's just going to work on the barracks here.
It's yeah, I was gonna go right now on the barracks, backdoor protection, the bottom tier 2 tower. So Cliff's gonna go, but I mean, this is probably the beginning of the end here. If you have buybacks, I say you use them now, but I mean, after that last fight, you've got to be feeling pretty demoralized if you're XPC.int. So, not today with a very, very solid game coming out.
Yeah, continuing. Oh, there's Blink forward there. And there's 2 in this Sunstrike. Unfortunately, that's going to split the damage. And Masuku, oh, he is stuck in the trees. XPC.int trying to punish them for moving into their base, but unfortunately, the barracks already down. There's an EMP even coming through. Smash with this Aghanim is going to be looking to spam out these spells, but an Echo Slam from Skanks 224 brings down Smash with the Windrunner, but now the wards are down in the base. IWO is going to work here on the tower. There is no Necro Book, but a Heart is giving him a lot of HP to just bully through the base.
Yeah, Smash actually tried to TP to one of the 4 spirits, but it got brought down by Relax, who's, well, he's not going to get out, it looks like. And there is a double kill from Madara. Sunstrike, wow, Smash just wanted to just steal a kill from him.
Smash is just... Smash
no real reason
he
to
just
do
needs
that.
to pad those stats, man. He bought back for that one.
I mean, I guess if you buy back, it's fine. If you're not coming out from the Wisp. Evo is going to Midas first, and then, well, Tornado misses, but Cold Snap doesn't, so there's that.
And the Wolf's
Skanks
going to work. Lycan getting this one. But there's a decent
Shock.
Shackle Shock. Madara trying to turn this one back around. IWO continuing to just go to work here. 5,600 gold for him. Now, he is just manning up through this base, trying to get some clicks off. Sunstrike coming through. That one's going to miss, but there is the Chronosphere. That's enough to bring down Spartan easily with the Maelstrom up. Now, Water, he's on the run, does have the Wind Run, but it looks like Not Today have put a lid on this one as they are chasing them into the fountain, dropping the meatball, forcing them out of this game. And there is finally the GG. And Not Today are going to take Dota Regions fairly convincingly in 2 games here.
Yeah, that's just veteran presence coming out from Not Today, and one of the most solid games of Dota I've seen in some time, especially from this proving squad. XPC, they had the right idea. They certainly weren't outclassed, I don't think. They just got either outdrafted or outplayed in these games. I think XPC looked really solid in some of these situations. They had the right decisions. A couple of missed relocates here and there from Spartan, but not enough to maybe make it so that, Not Today was fed a win. Not Today just played a better game of Dota, and Smash we talk about Smash so often, but this guy is for real. Like, if you've not seen this player yet, he's going to do some stuff in the future that I'm very excited for. So,
yeah, and I mean, honestly, we talked about this at the beginning. You cannot overstate the amount of impact that Smash tends to have on these games, and this time around was certainly the case. So, stick around, though. We are going to be giving away 5 items here in the chat. Mini Pudgling, Abaddon Rare Mount, a Luna Rare Mount, Mirana Rare Mount, and the Death Prophet Immortal. So like them on Facebook, facebook.com/DotaRegions, tweet at DotaRegions, and stick around in the Twitch channel for that one. And thank you guys for watching. We're High Ground TV, WhatIsHip, and Maut. Phage Guy, he's on your stats for today, bringing you the numbers. And we are heading out here. The stream will be up for a little bit, so stick around. We'll be hanging around in the chat as well. See you guys later.
I was wrong. It creeps on back through color glass.